Hi there. Welcome to Biz Tips Live at Noon. My name is Mona Giordano, and I am a certified business startup coach in the Tampa Bay area of Florida. I exist to passionately take you from your grand idea to your grand opening. It has been a busy couple of weeks here in Central Florida. Well, all over Florida, I should say. We are on the tail end of the hurricane cleanup and trying to put our lives back together. And we were very, very blessed here in Central Florida and so many areas in the Keys and in Polk County and various areas were very hard hit. So please know that our prayers are with all of those who are still trying to recover from Hurricane Irma, and we are praying Maria away as we speak. Well, today's show, I wanted to go over a couple of things about a couple of things that you encounter when you are starting a business. Roadblocks and detours. You can count on those, that's for sure. Things come along like hurricanes that you're not planning on and loss of income because you're shut down for various reasons. Sometimes partnerships go bad and you're left kind of holding the bag, spinning your head trying to figure out how to recover from various things and to get back on track. And honestly, you just do. When you have an entrepreneurial spirit, the show must go on. You have to grab a hold of your passion. Remind yourself of your why you started doing this in the first place. And you have to shake the dust off your feet and move forward. I have been through that many times in my entrepreneurial career. And I'll tell you, it's never easy, but you have to, have a plan in place to deal with roadblocks and detours that come along so that you don't just give up the gun. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, it's challenging. It's hard work. Don't let anybody tell you that it's easy as a 1, 2, 3, and you just open up the doors or open up your laptop and start doing business and everything just rolls in your favor. It's really hard work, folks. And my passion is to help you eliminate a lot of the learning curve in doing that. I guess you could say that my ideal client, if I have to say who my customer avatar is, it's those folks that are non-degree seeking. They are perhaps millennials or perhaps middle-aged or even seniors that are needing to start anew in their business venture. Maybe they're tired of working for a company and putting all of their passion and energy and time and labor into meeting somebody else's bottom line. Maybe it's a woman in transition who has found it necessary for one reason or another to supplement her income, or a veteran to supplement their income, or a stay-at-home mom. Or maybe it's someone that does not have the opportunity to pursue a college degree, and they have not even a high school education, or perhaps a high school education or graduation equivalency diploma. That's my target market. Those are the people that my heart is for because I'm successful in that area. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, I have overcome a lot of roadblocks and detours in my life, my business life, and my personal life. But this is Biz Tips Live, so we'll keep it strictly business. 30 years ago, my husband and I ventured from St. Petersburg, Florida, to a small town in Pasco County called Holiday. And we opened up a brick and mortar store. And these past 30 years have been extremely challenging, but very rewarding. We have faced lots of roadblocks and detours along the way, and it is our faith coupled with our passion and our hard work and desire to succeed that's kept us going through all of those various struggles and challenges. And no matter what area you are trying to succeed in, you can just rest assured that there are going to be challenges and roadblocks, but also that you can get through them. Sometimes readjusting is necessary, sometimes backtracking is necessary, but you can get through those obstacles. Create a plan B even before you get started. in the planning stages, the startup stages, because you just know that they're going to happen. So in my experience, I have had several situations. I started getting the 9-to-5 brick and mortar business owner blues, and after my liver transplant, I decided that it was time for a change. It was time for me to let go of that entrepreneurial spirit that I had within me. And so this journey began of searching for just the right thing. Now, my background was that of a high school equivalency diploma. Because of circumstances in my younger years, I was unable to go even to high school. So my education formally stopped in middle school, and I carried that weight around on my shoulders for many, many years until I eventually got my graduate equivalency diploma, my GED, and went on to take some college courses. Basic things like introduction to data processing and accounting 101, increasing my vocabulary skills, office machines, typewriting, and principles of accounting, things like that. And so that gave me this gumption, this idea that, hey, I could do this thing. I could be a successful person in spite of my lack of formal education. It's not about the degree. It's about the passion. It's about desire. It's about the want to, and it's about sacrifice. It's about being willing to do what needs to be done to put your dream into motion. Now, I started off, as I said, after my liver transplant, I was a direct sales representative for a company called 31. And I did really good at it. The reason I had decided to do that was because I wanted to share my why. I was passionate about encouraging and inspiring women that have been through issues such as drug addiction or alcoholism or abuse. And selling in direct sales, the first thing they teach you is to share your why at the beginning of these parties. So that's how that started. From there, I determined that I was working for somebody else, and instead of just receiving 25 to 40%, I wanted to make more. I wanted to lift that ceiling of how much I could make. So I decided to start my own business, and I call it Inspirational Bling. Now, Inspirational Bling is a trendy, fashion-forward jewelry company, and most of the objects are inspirational in nature, whether that be faith or hearts or, things like that, things that inspire you. I'm a Christian, so of course much of my inventory is faith-based, but all of it is inspiring and inspirational. So I started with Inspirational Bling, and then I needed a place to house Inspirational Bling. So I opened up a private event center called the Direct Connection, and that's located in Holiday, Florida. And the private event center was really hard work it gave me a home for Inspirational Bling, but trying to fill that schedule and plan events, and I've never done that before. So I was really utilizing my entrepreneurial gifts and taking a big step of faith and going forward. Just so happens, sadly, that my mother and my mother-in-law were both ill and aged. And when I was trying to do that grand opening, making my dream come true and going for broke, we ended up having to take care of them. So you want to talk about a major roadblock and a major challenge. Life changed for us overnight. And so it was really hard to put the time and energy and effort into trying to have a brand new business and take care of two moms. One was in a wheelchair, one was in a walker. Neither one of them could get upstairs to the bedrooms, and they needed assistance with everything. Now, please don't get me wrong. We call ourselves blessed to have had the honor to be able to do that, but it was very challenging and it was life-changing. And so my business had to take a back burner to the important things, the priorities in life, which was family, of course, and still is. Now, as time progressed, the ministry that God had placed in my heart for so many years, called WOW, W-O-W, Women Ministries, WOW Women Ministries, was born again through that time at the startup phases of the direct connection. And through that, many exciting things happened. And in fact, that was such a relief and an escape for me as I was dealing with the hardships of being a caretaker for two moms in our home. That gave me a release of my passion and my energy and my why all over again. So even though it was hard and it was a roadblock, a major roadblock, it birthed something inside of me that had been laying idle for a long, long time. You have to press through. You have to remember why you do what you're doing. So moving on past that, after the loss of my mother-in-law, my mother had already died, and I just was on my wit's end as far as overwhelmed with bereavement and grief, and decided to close the direct connection. And I did that in March of 2016. And it was hard. It was really hard because when you have to close your dream and close your passion, there is an emotional toll that takes place on you. But somehow I knew that one day it would start over again with a different direction. And so it did. So after a period of time, I reopened the direct connection, this time not just as a private event center, but as a women's co-working space. It also was the home, and still is, for my jewelry business, Inspirational Bling, and also WOW Women Ministries. The landscape changes continually all the time, and you have to roll with the punches. I then got my life coaching certification and noticed that over a 6-month period of time, what I thought I was going to do, my grand idea, was that of being a hope and purpose coach. But nobody knew what that was. So 6-7 months down the road, I went through a rebrand, and I had taken notice of what people were coming to me for. What questions were they asking me? What pain points was I able to solve for them? What were they interested in hearing from me as an expert at? And that was business, absolutely business. Because that brick and mortar 30-year business is still up and running and successful. And I still get to venture into my entrepreneurial passions and my dreams. So that kind of brings us up to speed now. There are a lot of obstacles. There are a lot of roadblocks and detours that you run into when you are starting a business. And that's why I exist. That's what I'm here for, to help you eliminate a lot of that learning curve. I don't care if you are a woman in your late 50s or 60s and you're trying to start something new, or stay-at-home mom who doesn't have an education, or someone who just really has had hard luck in their life and doesn't feel like they can afford to spend the time, 4 years or 6 years or 8 years to seek that degree, or is unable to go to like technical or vocational school because they're not around that much anymore. That is what I'm here for. I can help. I can help you take your dream, your grand idea to the grand opening and make that dream come true. I can be reached through Facebook at Mona Giordano, Certified Business Startup Coach. I can also be reached at the Direct Connection Women's Co-working Space on Facebook. Also Inspirational Bling or WOW Women Ministries, because sometimes when you've got the entrepreneurial spirit, you got it bad. So I hope that this has offered you some sort of encouragement, definitely an affirmation that starting a business is hard work and you will come across roadblocks and obstacles, but you can overcome. No matter what the situation, there's light at the end of the tunnel. If God is for you, who can be against you? I also invite you to visit my website, which is www.monagiordano, that's GIORDANO.com. And while you're there, sign up for my mailing list so we can stay in touch. You're also invited to join the Biz Tips group page here on Facebook. And it's a new group page, so we're just getting that up and started. But I would love for you to tune back into all of the other episodes, number 1 through this one, which is 14. And each time I make available to you a free tool to help you in examining where you are in that starting your own business stage. You can request that through the Biz Tips group or on my website. I am here to help you. I'm in your corner, on your side, and for your success. Thank you so very much. I hope that you've enjoyed this and that you'll take a look back at the other 13 episodes. Until next time, everybody, God bless.